Welcome back to Chris Greenhill's Garage. I'm Chris.
And I'm Chris.
Where are we going, Junior?
DMV.
To get what?
My driver's license.
Driver's license time! Yay! As you'll see in this video, there have been some ups and some downs, some highs and some lows, but we are finally going to the DMV, and we're actually in the red car. I can't believe it. We did not think we were going to be in the red car because the red car has given us nothing but trouble, but so did our backup car, as you'll see. But we are headed there in the red car. Let's show you what has led up to this. It has not been fun. This is the part of the video where I thrash and prepare Junior's red convertible for his driving test the next day. Or it was supposed to be his driving test the next day. Anyway, we'll get to that later. Time to hopefully get these struts on the front of Junior's car. The last little thing I can do maintenance-wise to get his car ready to be a true daily driver starting tomorrow. Well, those little guys, don't worry about those little guys. They're this whole other thing, probably next summer or something. Got him some jumper cables. One thing we need, I didn't get, are trunk lid struts. These things are doing the opposite of what they're supposed to do. They're actually pulling the trunk lid down. Good times. Got the car up in the air, got the spring supported. Let's see how badly these struts are gonna fight me today. Factory strut didn't put up nearly as much resistance as expected. I've already got the new one assembled using all the old parts. And yeah, I could have used a new sleeve, could have used new bushings, but we were planning on doing the front suspension later and didn't order that stuff yet. That's my fault. But put this thing back together, and because this one didn't offer much resistance, that means the other side's going to be absolutely horrible. Forgot to take a suspension bounce video, the before and after. I've got that strut on. This is the old strut. This is the driver's side. This is the passenger side with the new strut. No secondary bounce. Halfway there. Oh, come on. This strut was so dead, it just pulled itself completely out of the top the moment I took the top nut off. Just completely collapsed. Well, I called that. The top came off just fine. This top bolt came off just fine up here. This one is on there so tight I can't get it to budge. I've been hammering on it with the air wrench, the impact, and it will not budge. So I don't know what is going on with this thing. Pretty sure this bolt on the bolt head on this side is a different size, and it is just stuck. This is insane. I've been trying to heat this with a torch, but can't really heat that side because of that brake line right there. I've been trying to heat this side. Nothing has budged. I mean, normally, with only one bolt on, the strut will move independently, but it is not. This is wearing me out. It is a very long time later, and I just got this thing to spin loose a little bit. Finally, so many rounds of heating and torquing and heating and torquing. All right, bounce test. Oh yeah, we're good. All right. How is this possible for doing two struts? Before I test drive it and go get windshield glue, I'm gonna do a couple little things like reattach this ground effect, which keeps popping off because it doesn't have any of the support bolts up under here. Wow, someone used zip ties to try to hold that piece on. I was at least gonna use metal self-tappers since most of the little plastic push things are broken. Now that I think about it, I kind of want to use zip ties. All right, much more secure now with some small bolts in them. I tried metal self-tappers, but I just couldn't get the angle right to dig into any metal. So I just went with the little bolts, and it's nice and secure now. A little shot of Freon for the road. yeah, the air conditioner's ice cold again. Now let's go get some windshield glue for this stupid rearview mirror and test drive this thing. Oh yeah, front end is a lot stiffer than it was. Very nice, very smooth. Topping off the gas tank for tomorrow. Big bottle of Rapid Dry Super Glue costs the exact same or just a little less than a little bitty tiny thing of windshield glue. I'm gonna leave that to dry and not touch it till tomorrow and hope it holds. All right, that's it. I'm done prepping this car for Junior's big day tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes all right. I'm gonna go work on something else now. This is where Junior and I go out for one last driving lesson and parallel parking practice before what was supposed to be his first driving test. And this is where things started to go wrong. The hardest part of any driving test in Texas is parallel parking. We're out here with our two cars and our curb line, and he's practicing. This is the point in the video where I stopped recording suddenly because the car just took off out of control in reverse. Junior was pumping the brakes, nothing was happening. He put it in neutral, pulled the parking brake, got the car stopped, and we had a problem. We were out here practicing Chris's parallel parking and we've blown a brake line. We had brake juice everywhere. He went to stop the car and it would not stop. Well, there goes that. There's no way I'm gonna get these brake lines replaced and get them fixed. We gotta get this thing towed home, which won't be before dark, and I won't be able to fix it before the early morning, his driving test. So he's just gonna have to use something else for the driving test. So disappointing. I can't really get in here and see exactly what's wrong, but there is brake fluid gushing everywhere. So disappointing. This is the part of the video where I spent hours thrashing on our backup car, which wasn't running properly, which is a 2007 Ford Taurus. You've never seen the Ford Taurus because why would you? It's Ford Taurus. It's beige and it's white on the outside and it's a Ford Taurus. Nobody cares. But anyway, I spent quite a bit of time thrashing on this till I realized the reason it wasn't running correctly was the coil was out and I couldn't get a coil in time. This is also the time when Junior's driving test got pushed back 2 days. So I got to go back to working on the red car. It is time for a post-mortem on Chris Jr.'s car, the red 94 convertible that blew a brake line the day before he was supposed to take his driving test. And got to see if I can figure out what it is. I kind of thought maybe I ruptured this brake line here when I was trying to pry on this bottom bolt, but it seems fine. This brake line also seems fine. I mean, I think it's factory. I don't think it's been replaced, but it seems fine. Now that we're not driving it, I can't see any brake fluid anywhere, but you can tell that there's just brake fluid everywhere. All that darkness in the wheel is brake fluid. The wheel is soaked in brake fluid. It was spraying all over the place, but I couldn't tell where it was spraying, and I can't see anything. I am both annoyed and relieved that it is not this brake line. I really thought I'd jam this up, change out that strut, and if I had, that would be understandable. I would know what happened. I'm relieved I didn't break it, but now I'm confused because I don't know where the leak is. I just went to turn the wheel so I could get a better view, and I saw this, and then when I turned the wheel, didn't even hit the brake. I think the caliper itself is leaking. This was dripping just now. Yeah, look at that. So something in the caliper, the line looks fine. I gotta take the caliper apart. This can't be factory. The bottom caliper bolt is an Allen head bolt. This one, which is covered up in this rubber sleeve for some reason, is a very, very tiny, just standard type bolt, which I cannot get to budge. That can't be factory in the SN95, right? I don't remember that on my cars. This thing is not budging. I've used wrenches, I've used vice grips. I guess I gotta get the torch because it just does not want to move. I don't even know how they got this thing on here with this. It was encased in rubber, and this rubber sleeve is connected to the other piece of rubber sleeve. I've never seen that. I'm used to this just open, the open head sitting out there, but that one just popped out. This one won't move. Good news, bad news. Definitely the caliper just dripping right there. I mean, it's not bad. I can just replace the calipers and get new calipers for not a bad price. Bad news is they can't be here today. I'm not going to be able to fix it for several more days. But, I mean, at least I'm able to fix it. Looks like I can have calipers here in a few hours, or this evening. It's already late in the day. But I'm not going to get to it for a few days, so unfortunately, Junior's going to be without his car for a few more days. I just got back from ordering new calipers at the parts store. I didn't realize they're core charges, or else I would have taken these with me. But I'm going to go ahead and get the other side jacked up in the air, get that caliper off, get them apart, and get them ready to take down to exchange. But they aren't going to be here till tomorrow at least. One side is off and ready to go. Getting the other side apart, and I was wrong earlier. These are the factory bolts. I don't know why, but when you go to buy a new kit, this is what comes with it. I don't understand why, but anyway, get this all apart. And this is the morning of Junior's driving test. I had to thrash on this to get the car ready. All right, the new calipers are in. Swapped out the old ones, got the new ones. And some things are coming back to me now. I think I was supposed to leave the bolt with the rubber boot on it alone. I think I was just supposed to pull this and then pull the two bracket bolts. It's all kind of coming back to me now. I think that top one stays in place. You lift the caliper up, swap your pads out from under it. Let's see if I can get this old one off and see if that works. Yep, that's more like it. That's where I screwed up. You don't mess with this bolt at all. You leave it alone. You just lift your caliper up, swap out your brake pads, and put it back down. Ugh. God, I'm dumb. In my defense, it's been like 25 years, 23 years since I had an SN95. It's crazy how easy this is once you do it the right way. Jeez, that's embarrassing. I did not get new brake pads. I forgot. But these things have a ton of beef on them. They just look like crap because they're extremely old. Just going to tighten down the Torx, run the brake line to it, and move on to the other side. Over to the driver's side. There's always got to be that one problem child. This bolt, someone's tried to get it off before. It was so deformed and jacked up, it's unreal. I had to hammer the socket onto it. Let's see if it budges. Hey, it did. Cool. Except now I think they're permanently fused as one. Both sides are back together. The reservoir's topped off. And now I need to find somebody to help me pump the brakes while I bleed this thing. Well, the red car is on the ground. The brakes feel like brakes on the jack stand. In theory, it should be good to go. My lovely wife came down and helped me bleed them. They feel great parked here. Now let's see if they actually feel great on the road. I'm going to do the smart thing for once and just start off nice and slow and test them here in the driveway. I hate to jinx it, but they are definitely catching higher off the floorboard than they ever have. Feeling better than they ever have. But that is not saying much with this car. 20-mile-per-hour test. Their brakes. The nerve-wracking test. The big hill. If things go badly here, they might go badly permanently. We're stopping, so that's something. Yeah, all right. 40-mile-per-hour test. Yeah, feel okay. I'll let this truck go by. You've got to be kidding me. I heard something tapping as I was driving around, and that was sticking out of a tire. Not sure if we've got a leak or not. I can't hear anything right now, but good times. Guess I'd better go out and do my highway test and check this out before that tire loses all its pressure. I always hate high-speed tests, but let's see how it does from 60 miles per hour. Not horrible, not great, but not horrible. Gotta be honest, after that 60-mile-per-hour test, it feels like we have lost feels like we've lost a little bit of brake pedal feel. That could be the old pads, could be the old rotors, could be a combo, but I'm gonna go ahead and limp this thing home and make sure we didn't blow a brake line, or make sure those new calipers are still holding fluid. Make sure we're not missing any fluid in the reservoir. Got a little bit of a shudder under braking. Pretty sure that's the old rotors and the old brake pads. They definitely need swapped out. It just wasn't in the budget this time. I've got so many things going on at once. Well, the brake reservoir is still full, and there is no fresh, wet nastiness on the driver's side. Everything you see here is from when it actually blew out. And there's no fresh, wet nastiness on this side either. So I think we're good to go. I think the brakes are officially fixed. I'm definitely going to give it a little bit longer before I cut Junior loose in this car on his own. Make sure there are no more problems. Make sure the brakes are good and reliable. But I think we're good to go for right now. I think the brakes are properly fixed. Once it became apparent that no matter what I did, the white Ford Taurus was not going to be running and driving that day for the driving test, I went ahead and took out the red car some more, did some more test driving, made sure I was confident in it, and then went and picked up Junior for his driving test. If you're wondering, why didn't we just take the black car, Project Piece of Stang? Wasn't that its original purpose? Yes, it was its original purpose. However, there are quite a few issues we never got to in this car. First off, the exhaust will rattle your teeth out. No driving instructor wanted to be in this car. It also doesn't have blinkers or reverse lights, so it would not pass the inspection to get on the road for the driving test. So that was not an option this week. Nervous, boy?
Yeah.
You should be. Our majestic machine in front of the driver's license office. Believe it or not, Junior's Mustang over there passed inspection, and he's about to begin the actual test. There he goes. He'll start parallel parking, and then he'll go on to his road test. I won't get to see any of that. Can't go over there, but there he is practicing his parallel parking, or testing his parallel parking. That's all I can see. Well, that was quick. He passed his parallel parking, and now he's on to the road test. I guess we'll wait and see what happens. Well, he's back. Hopefully it went well. How'd you do, boy?
Nice.
You passed? Man, it must have been the lack of air conditioning. He must have just wanted to come back and get in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
He must have been sweating because we both know you shouldn't have passed that, right?
That's the reason the windows are down. That's why the AC works.
Good job, Christopher. In typical Green Hill Garage fashion, we tried to start the car after Junior passed his driving test to leave, and it almost didn't start. It cranked for about 20 solid seconds. It smells rich and fat as crap, despite the fact we're pretty sure one of the fuel injectors isn't firing. Junior's triumphant. Unfortunately, he still has his old man with him for another couple hours. We are going to go to a birthday dinner celebration with his friends, and then at the end of dinner, I guess he'll go on his first solo adventure if he wants. Enjoy your first solo trip.
I will.
Be safe. See you later.
See you at home.
Well, he made it home from his first solo drive. That's good. There he goes off to his first work shift by himself. And that's it. That's how this week has gone. It has been hectic. It has been frustrating. It has been nerve-wracking, but it is finally over. Junior is not here because he is off working. He drove himself to work, and he's going to be driving himself around full time from now on, either in his red Mustang or the black Mustang or the white and beige Ford Taurus. But that's all we've got. I have since come out here and fixed the Ford Taurus, and it's now a reliable backup daily driver again, but I didn't record any of that because nobody cares because it's a Ford Taurus. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.